Today, as a result of Smithfield's invasion in North Carolina, hog industry pollution has poisoned the news so badly that 100 million fish every year die in that river. And a protozoa has appeared in the news that is associated with the hog industry that was previously unknown to science, and its name is Listeria piscidia. The fishermen on the news have bodies that are covered in sores that will not heal. They have respiratory infections that are very difficult to cure. And this disease can even cause brain damage in human beings who swim in the river or handle the fish. The brain damage is apparently permanent and can be seen on an MRI or CAT scan. The waterways of the air of the North Carolina 20 years ago smelled of the freshness of farm agriculture. Neighbors complain that they can no longer hang their laundry, or sit on their porch during the summertime, or plow their fields without becoming sick. I could speak very long about Smithfield Foods and about this process. And I'm told to conclude my speech, so there's one other thing that I would like to say. I spent the last 4 days in agricultural areas all over Poland. And you have something unique in this country that we have now lost in the United States. You have small farmers who are still living on the land and making a living, although many of them are impoverished. They still control their existences. Now, Smithfield has promised that it is going to have contracts for these farmers so that they can continue to make a living. Let me tell you how those contracts work. When Smithfield began overproducing hogs, the price of hogs in the United States dropped from 60 cents a pound to 8 cents a pound. It cost 36 cents a pound for the farmer to raise the pig. So all of these farmers had to go out of business except the ones that Smithfield signed contracts with. And Smithfield could go to these contractees, these farmers who were about to lose their land, with a gun to their heads and say, you can't negotiate on this contract, you sign it the way we write it. And here's how the contracts work. The farmer pays $300,000 to build a house, and he's given guaranteed something like $20,000 a year. He owns the house.
On jest właścicielem budynku.
And he owes the money to the bank. Smithfield comes to him and says, we own the feed, and we own the pig, but you own the manure, and we're not going to pay you enough to legally dispose of it. And we are going to sign a contract that goes for 1 year, even though it's going to take you 20 years to pay off your debt. And we can come back and change the terms of the contract anytime we want. And this farmer, who once was independent peasant, is now a serf and a slave on his own land. And if Smithfield stops the contract, which he can do at any time, that farmer is out of business because he owns the house and he can no longer pay for it. Now, when the price of pork dropped to 8 cents a pound, Smithfield can continue to make money because the price that you and I are paying for bacon and pork at the grocery store remains the same. And they're still making money at the slaughterhouse because it's an integrated industry. This is one of the reasons that the United States Senate today is considering legislation, and many other states as well, that will ban the ownership of farms by slaughterhouses because it puts the farmer at a complete disadvantage. And Smithfield is going to do the same thing in Poland that it did in the United States. It's going to come in, it's going to build great slaughterhouses, and then it's going to convince you to close all the little slaughterhouses so there's no market left for the small farmer. They have to go to Smithfield. And then Smithfield will own the landscapes of Poland. And the farmers who are so critical to the democracy of this country are going to be wiped off the land, and the culture of this country are going to be wiped off the land. There's no stronger advocate for free market capitalism than myself. I believe that the free market is the most efficient and democratic way to distribute the goods of the land. But Smithfield does not want a free market. It wants monopoly control. And Poland recently overthrew the shackles of communism, and I would urge you not to now accept the shackles of corporate monopoly. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję bardzo.